hello everyone, welcome back to Invisible Ink. I think at the end of the last playthrough, I probably again said, oh, I won't be playing any more games for a while, and that was true. I just always underestimate how big a lag there is between me recording a playthrough and it finishing. Me finishing playing it and it finishing being published at one video a day. Because I played that run almost a month ago, less than a month, but close. And so I figured I feel about ready to dive back in. And one thing I definitely remember I did say was that I would not play with Contingency Plan's extended campaign again, because the missions after the mid-game story mission just felt so easy and boring, and kind of a slog. I'm actually leaving it on, though, for reasons I will discuss in a moment. So far all of these, I have collapsed all the settings that are basically just what we played with before. I'll also be going down from Expert++ difficulty to Expert Plus for the same reason. Which is that I've found, well, I knew about a couple of these. I've added 2 more mods, which I knew about before, but decided not to install for various reasons. And this time I have changed my mind on that. The first one is More Missions, which I suspect is at least a slight player buff, probably, but some of the new missions are probably also pretty hard, so who knows. At any rate, it should increase variety and be interesting to experience new things happening to me in Invisible Ink, which I haven't really experienced since the first time I turned on Advanced Guard Protocol. These are all the base game missions, and you can turn them off if you want, but we're not going to. But then it adds all these extra missions. Assassination, which is I guess you have to kill someone? Maybe it's okay to knock them out and drag them to the elevator? I don't know, because it seems similar to research experiments, except it's heavier and bleeding. It sounds like you have to escape with it like you would with research experiments. So maybe even without a lethal weapon, you can do this by just dragging the guy to the exit. Which, don't get me wrong, that sounds hard too. A secure holding facility is you have to rescue the courier, I guess? Sure. And distress call, I know a little bit about this one, I heard some chat about it, is, it's like a detention center, except you start with the agent under your control, and they have their starting items, which sounds great, right? Downside is the alarm level goes up twice as fast, and the guards are already looking for the missing agent, I think? Or the new agent? Tech Expo has... It seems like a kind of variant of the security dispatch. It has powerful items, but they're maybe only usable once? I'm not sure if that was just a coincidence that the one Tech Expo I saw had that, or if they always do. And maybe it's harder to get to, I don't know. Informant Rendezvous, you have to, I don't really understand it exactly, get some neutral agent, some NPC, I guess, to an exit, maybe? The AI terminal is related to another, well, I guess, maybe it's not actually. It somehow upgrades programs, there's upgraded versions of programs, and, or you can add a new slot for Incognita. And then there's new side missions, which, sure, I guess, why not? So the reason I hadn't installed this before was that, this is the only mod I could find that is not, bundled. It's not packaged with Steam. You can't just, turn on this mod. You have to, go to their GitHub page and download a RAR file. I told them this is stupid and said, please give me a zip, and they gave me a zip. But, okay, fine. Apparently it's as stable as any mods on Steam. It's just, they aren't finished with it, and so they didn't feel like bundling it with Steam, which, whatever, who am I to judge? So that seems like it should be a lot of fun. We're leaving new items and augments and all these other mods, and then the one that I installed that I chose not to install before because it seemed like it was actually too strong for the player. It adds more programs, which generally speaking, adding options increases player flexibility. And so I thought it would be a buff to the player, and also who knows whether the programs in it are balanced or interesting or whatever. I was always a little reluctant to add new large amounts of new content because you never know how well vetted it is. But the community seems to think this is a good mod, and they definitely say it is not a player buff. This mod will make the game substantially harder, which is why we're going back to just Expert Plus. It adds, so first of all, you could imagine if every program it added was garbage, that would be a way to make the game harder. And maybe some of them are, I don't know. But that's not why it's harder. So it adds new programs and new demons, which apparently are very difficult, some of them. And apparently new algorithms, sure. And the alarm level goes up to 8. And you can also, like, you make the alarm levels themselves harder somehow, so, like, more difficult stuff happens. I'll be totally unaware of what will be happening to me, but sure. But, like, I feel like the cornerstone of this mod, as far as I'm concerned, is the hostile AI, which is somehow, like, I haven't really watched any games with this, or I watched a little bit of some missions, but I didn't understand what was happening at all. Somehow the enemies have something like Incognita that uses power and has its own programs to try to make your life harder. And then there's like some other stuff. It changes some of the programs in some ways to make them fit with the new stuff that was added, I guess. And I asked the community and the mod author what difficulty setting they recommend, having watched my games. And they said put extended alarms at normal, hostile AI at starting difficulty 1, which is kind of the hardest, in that it starts on the very first mission. If you go later, it's like, oh, it doesn't show up until difficulty 3 or whatever. But we'll just have it on the very first mission to get a hang of it. And anything else in here that's interesting? No. So I kind of expect to get absolutely smashed by all these new difficulty settings, and in particular a bunch of stuff I don't understand. But let's have a go, and I'm gonna look through also the programs. They changed Faust. It now, instead of being 20% of the time, it adds a demon if your power is a multiple of 5. So I thought this makes the program way, way stronger, because it's so, like, if you have any agency at all over the amount of power you have left, you could control it to, like, not be a multiple of 5 much of the time. And I still think that's sort of true, but the community has pointed out, A, there are some very scary demons, and so adding any of them is kind of bad. And B, like, you don't have as much control over the power you have as you think. And, like, if you do stuff just for the sake of making Faust not go off, the extra power that Faust is giving you is maybe not worth all that much. I don't know. I'll take their word for it that Faust isn't totally busted. They buffed Burst. So it doesn't, yeah, I mean, Burst is substantially stronger. Now, what the hell are these new things we can start with? Power Uplink. Creates an uplink on a device. +1 power per turn. Per active uplink. Max 3. Okay. And it costs 2. So this is kind of, it reminds me a little bit of Fusion. It's gonna be a while before we start this run, by the way. I wanted you guys to see my, like, first reactions to what the heck is going on here. It reminds me of Fusion, right? You don't get any power at the beginning of the mission from it. Does it have to be a hacked device? Does it have to be a non-hacked device? I don't know. I can't tell. Okay, maybe I just won't start with this one. But it's like, you get no power at the beginning of the mission, and you can spend some power to increase your power upkeep, and, like, eventually you get a lot of power. But not until, like, really late in the mission. So, okay. And it might even require you to leave some devices unhacked. I'm genuinely not sure how this works. But at least if we're playing on Expert Plus, we would start with non-zero amounts of power, so we could get started on this. I don't know. And then there's Fission, which is kind of the opposite of Fusion. I've seen this one before. You gain, like, less than 1 power per turn, but when you hack devices, like, you get, like, the cooldown is reduced, so it can give you more than 1 power per turn if you hack enough devices. Sure. It's the kind of thing that wants you to go through a mission very quickly if possible, I guess. And if you go slowly, it's bad. Nosferatu. Gain X power at turn start while pinning guards. X is 1 plus the number of guards pinned. Ah, but only while pinning guards. So it's not like better than power drip, because x plus 1 plus 0 is still at least 1, so you would gain 1 power every turn. But no, only if you're pinning guards. Okay, I don't like this one very much. Gear shift. What? This does not tell me anything about how this fucking thing works. So I guess you start in a low gear, and if you can manage to accumulate more power, it'll give you more power per turn, maybe? So this is kind of this is kind of something that wants you to spend a long time in a mission, maybe? Or to wait a while before hacking stuff, if I had to guess. Power bill. Oh, pay money for credits, for power. I mean, I don't know. Doesn't seem great. It could actually be great, though, if you don't need your money that much. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I was talking about how I put extended campaign back on. The people I asked assured me that this makes post-mid-game story mission much harder and not, in fact, an easy stomp. So, okay, fine. Void. Get a buster chip for each agent, but don't get any starting programs. That sounds awful. Dice. Random program loadout each mission. Program count increases with mission difficulty. So this is like... Does this... Can you even take more programs when you have this? I don't understand how this works. Does it only replace the 2 you start with? But in that case, how do you get an increased program count? I don't know. Okay, so we've looked through them all. Power uplinked honestly sounded kind of interesting, but I'd like to try gear shift and see what this does. And then I'm sure there's more stuff down here. They changed at least Brimstone, but sure. Breach. Break a firewall. Okay, so it costs 3 power, and if you can use it multiple times in a turn, it breaks a lot of firewalls. Flail. So you point it at 2 targets. And I guess the second click costs you some power and does something to the first target. And it costs 1.5 power to break a firewall. So why isn't this just better than lockpick? I guess one problem would be if you want to break 1 firewall on a device, and you can only find something with 2 firewalls on it, as like the activator, then you end up paying to break 2 firewalls and only breaking 1, and it ends up costing you 3. Flail seems okay, though. I don't know. Rally. Break 2 firewalls. Power cost and cooldown. I assume of only itself, not of all programs. When used. Resets when guards are KO'd or killed. Okay, so this is a bloodbath kind of program. Avalanche. So if you have a lot of power, it breaks more firewalls, but it's pretty inefficient at low amounts. Does that synergize with gear shift? I have no idea. Bribe. Okay, pay credits to do stuff. This... I'm not into that. Tao. Shouldn't that be spelled Tao but pronounced Tao? I guess I don't really know. And transliteration is a subjective business, I guess. But I thought that was how this was usually spelled. Anyway. Break 2 firewalls. 2 turn cooldown. Alternates. Huh. Increasing or decreasing the power and cooldown of all programs each alarm level. So, which way does it start at? Minus or plus? The problem is, like, if this is your breaker, it has a 2-turn cooldown. And I guess it starts with a 1-turn cooldown because of its passive. and also only costs 1. So it's like really, really good at the beginning of a mission, and then suddenly, when you get to the second alarm level, all your programs are horrible. Right? Oh, including gear shift probably, because it's not passive? Yeah, let's not do that. Okay, so this is all the programs. Let's just stick with Parasite. Like, I've always been happy with Parasite, and I'm sure I'll get some interesting programs along the way. I mean, I don't know. I could go with, like, Rapier or something, but I don't really want to. I mean, you know, I could go with Seed as well, but I feel like I should at least pick something interesting. Okay, and what agents do I want? I'm not going to random here because I've been primed to believe this is hard, and I expect to die. I expect not to win this run, and so I want to give myself a fighting chance here. Like, Tony is an obvious one reasonable choice. Banks and International are kind of my other favorites. Derek might not be horrible. But I think I'll take Banks. I mean, International is fine. She's good, in fact. There's also some thing in Programs Extended where you want to interact with terminals to somehow interact with hostile AI, I think, or interact with demons or something. So maybe International is more useful than usual. Yeah, that's fine. Well, but I'd like to start with someone with Anarchy, because at least then I can get extra credits out of the very first guards we find. And so I think this is fine. I'm not taking Archive Banks. I don't know. Am I? Oh, that's right. We do have the new items and augments, so... No, we're sticking with on-file banks. So we get this weird paralyzer, which fine, whatever. All right, let's give it a shot. Let's see just how bad this hostile AI thing is and how it even works. I know there's something like you have some extra resource called hash somethings, which are like you somehow spend them to deal with the AI somehow? I don't know. Okay. The hostile AI is not on yet. I'm already like, is that console a slightly different color than usual? Are they messing with me? What's with the hostile AI? I don't see anything. Okay. So now it shows me. We're currently in low gear. Okay, what the fuck? Why didn't I get this tooltip at the opening screen? I guess it's too long? So it generates power based on current gear setting and power stored. Use it to switch gears, and it has a 5-turn cooldown. We're currently in low gear, which means we're getting 1 power per turn, I think. Because we have less than 10 power. But if you ever get above 10 power, we won't be getting any from it. Okay. But at that point, we could switch to high gear, which rewards you for being in the 8 to 15 range. And in top gear, which is 14 or above... Okay, so how do I get to choose which gear I'm shifting to, or is it just like going up and you can't go back down? Clutch. Power cost and cooldown apply at the end of turn once when used. End of turn. Interesting. Okay, so it costs 0 to activate, but at the end of the turn, power cost and cooldown. I don't see any cost on this. Maybe it would apply if you had modulate or something? Okay, and cooldown, I get that, I think. And I know how Parasite works. Alright, so let's get to exploring. I don't see the hostile AI. Did I not, like, turn it on? I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, I can just hack this. Not doing anything weird yet. Oh my god, Tony, you're so slow. I guess I didn't need to shut that door. Banks is probably going in there, right? Well, it's pretty horrible in there, actually. God, I forgot how slow everyone is at the beginning of the game. There should still only be 4 guards at least, so that's something. But I think we'll just wait here to make sure nobody's coming into this room. And just pass the turn. There's just no safe place with all 3 of these doors. Nowhere I could hide in here that would be totally safe. Alright. So we still, because of Advanced Guard Protocol, aren't... Okay, this is happening. Good. We aren't yet guaranteed that there's no one ever coming in here, but at least they didn't come in this turn, and now we're poised to pounce. So, AI subroutines. What is this? I have 0 hash keys, but I could find out what program the AI will use in the future, I guess? It has 15 power. Okay. Use consoles to gain hash keys. Well, I couldn't do that. I would have if I'd known that I could. Okay, whatever. Maybe I should have sprinted, I don't know. Man, it's such slow going in Mission 1. I know I've said that, but... Obviously I don't want to KO anyone here, but, you know, I gotta get moving. What the hell is Tony supposed to do? This actually should be pretty safe. If someone comes in through this door and then turns up this way, I guess I'll be sort of sad. What if I hid here? Then if someone comes through this door and spots him, I can at least duck back here. That seems better. I don't know why it wouldn't let me gain a hash key on turn 1, but okay, we'll just have to find out what the hostile AI is up to. Okay, there's someone in there. He's a long patrol that ends here. Okay. Let's just get moving. I think having Banks distract this guy is useful, so she can steal from him. So I'll just get going with Tony and rely on Banks to reset his plan. Yeah, okay, fine. I'll hang out here. Now Banks, this guy 1, 2, 3 by 4. He should hear you if you sprint to here, right? Do I want to distract him with a sprint, or would I rather... I think I want to get him here. One, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so he'll hear me here, but not here. Or here. So I can just dance over here.
I heard something.
And I could keep sprinting, but I don't want to go very far this turn. Because I want to be near this guy to get his money. So I'm going to stop sprinting and make sure I don't attract anyone's attention from up there. Now this could have done it, of course. Now we're pretty sure this room is safe. I don't think anyone... We would have heard a guard over here, so... I'm just going to end my turn here. Shut the door. Still nothing to hack. I guess this. Ah, we can switch to high gear as well. Do I need to do that? Am I worried I might run out of power and start not gaining any? I don't think so. Let's just see how it works. I'm now in high gear. Ah. Okay, so you can click it as many times as you want, It doesn't enter cooldown until the end of the turn. Got it. So if I wanted to, I could switch all the way to top gear immediately. Okay. But I don't need to. We'll go ahead and take this. Tony could hack it, but there doesn't seem to be any compelling reason to do so. Are you already ambushing? No, but you should be. You guys are both peeking, very good. And you're also ambushing? Yes, okay. Where was that? Where did I hear that? It was up here, wasn't it?
Investigating. Guess it was nothing.
It did something. Interesting. It spent 2 power, but I don't know what it did. Huh. Okay. This is still hacked, and it did it as soon as I hacked this. So maybe it was reacting somehow to me hacking a device? I'm not going to sprint. Because with... Oh, hang on. With World Gen Extended, there are sometimes sound bugs in these rooms, and I don't know where it would be, so I just don't want to mess with that. Now, of course, this is going to reset guard patrols. I can distract this guy first, so that he won't get the message. Do I want to do that? Or would I rather he get a new patrol? I think I want him to go back that way, just so I know, like, his patrol is from here to pretty far back over there. At least I know something. Let's go ahead and do this.
Hold on. Did you hear something?
Right, no one else heard that, but I think I still don't want to make it any... Okay. I don't want to go any further. Oh, the music has changed. We've accomplished the objective. We get that thumping bass now. Alright, so grab this guy's money. And his charge back, apparently. And then... find somewhere safe to hide. While all the guards all over the level filter in and out of every dang place you can imagine. Well, let's have Tony go. There could be some more stuff down here. It doesn't seem likely, but... yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty fair to say. There could... like, if there were a door there, I'd be pretty mad. So I'm not going to worry about that possibility. What's closest to the door here? I guess these are equally close. I'll take this one because it's near more cover, sort of, in a way. So I'm tempted to put Banks in here. But actually, I think here should be pretty safe, because she's in cover from this, and we are pretty sure no guards are coming all the way into this room. And that way she's available to head over this way. Although I guess now we know this guard is coming back there, so that's a little annoying. I guess you may as well ambush in case someone comes through here. Unlikely, but... did it take away 2 power from me? Maybe? Because I shifted into high gear last turn and gained 2 power, but I still only have 8. Is that what it did? Did it take away 2 power in retaliation for me hacking a device? Maybe. Oh, no, I misread how this works. Power has to be more than 8. So at 8, high gear does nothing. Okay, so we waited a little... we did this a little bit too early. That's fine. Some teasing problems. We'll figure it out. With Parasite, I don't really need my power. Hopefully. Who knows what the Hostile AI will do. Ooh. Okay, we're also starting immediately at the advanced stuff. So guard patrols are changing at level 1 anyway. Okay. Did I mention the alarm level goes up to 8? I think I did. Okay, well, this is exciting.
Yeah, we're having a look. Now we can't see anything.
Okay, so we have to count on guard patrols changing again soon. I guess Tony honestly may as well go back here and check, because this room's not going to be safe. I'm not going to sprint. What, am I, an idiot? I hope not. There was a sound bug, though. One, two, 3, 6, 7. Now he could instead go 4, 7, and then he would see me. But they don't usually do that, right? That's not the way they like to move. Okay. Good news, though, is I don't really need to be here because well, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. He'll be right here anyway, so I can't get into that room. I kind of want to be here so I can see if any guards are coming, but I'm a little worried this guy might see me, so let's just play it safe and back off. I'll have this camera next turn anyway, right? So no big rush. Alright. It's tough to get into this facility so far. Okay, I was right. He did move this way. I heard a guard in there. Oh, did I read wrong? Brought one more guard patrol. I thought it said there would be new guard patrols. Maybe I read wrong. Okay, this thing went off again when I hacked a program. I don't know what it did, but it notices me hacking programs. Okay, here's the system admin. There's a new guard coming from here. Jeez, give me a break. Did it actually change the guard patrols? Like, this guy doesn't have... I think it's just lying about what happens. And actually it added a new guard instead of what it said it would do? Now, if I stand here, I don't think the sysadmin can see me. And I kind of want to get behind him. I could sprint, but that seems dangerous. Yeah, let's just go here. If he sees me, he sees me. Okay, but he doesn't. That's what I thought. I'm a little surprised he didn't even notice the door opening, but now that I think about it, that makes sense. What should I do with this guy? He's headed over here, which I don't really like. I could just knock him out. So I want to head like this way, and this is an easy way to get his credits, and I can paralyze him as well. Okay. Another guard up in that room, and one about to come in here. You're the new guy. Where's he going? In here. That seems fine. Wow, this is a lot of objects. She doesn't need the pass card. We can't use this yet. Power when alarm level changes. 2 times alarm level. New alarm level, I assume? Okay, we can't use this yet, but some extra power will be nice. I think we can stand for Banks to be encumbered a bit. There's a guard up here, but he shouldn't investigate this square, I would think. He's probably coming into this room, which means he would go like this, or this room, which means he would go like this. Either way, he doesn't see that. Nothing over there. Okay. Well, I'll stay here to make sure I'm not spotted by this guy. Why is he only down for 3 turns and not 4? We just added 2 turns to his KO. And this works for 2 turns. And we're not on Expert Plus Plus, so it really is 2 turns. I don't quite understand this. Does Tony want to go any further? I could bring him up here pretty safely, right? Yeah.
What the?
This guy shouldn't be coming back out, but in case he does, I think I'd rather KO him than not. I don't know what this thing does when I hack stuff. Do I really want to egg it on? Probably not, right? Guard here, guard. 2 guards here.
Nothing.
Okay, it did something again. I mean, I guess at this point we could switch back into low gear. But I'm sort of planning to find a console eventually, right? I'm pretty sure I'm not accidentally on Expert Plus Plus. Yeah, I have 700 credits. It definitely did not... Like, I had set up Expert Plus Plus and then I asked and they were like, don't do that. So I like undid it by going back to the Expert Plus template settings and then remodifying stuff. But so it definitely, since it reset my credits, it definitely also reset, and my power, right? It also reset the KO timer. I just don't understand why this guy was down for only 3 turns and not 4. I mean, there's guards here and guards here. It's spooky. What's this guy up to? Ah, right. You were going this way anyway. So, I mean... Everyone's so slow, I'm not really sure what to do. I think I'll just wait here. I don't think anyone comes through. Well, I'm pretty sure 2 people don't come through. Okay. And Banks, I guess you may as well go pin this guy? Because there seems to be a lot of commotion up here that I don't want to mess with yet. And I'll just stay in high gear, whatever. Who needs it? Okay, so there's that one guy who's patrolling still in here. Okay, you did come in, but not enough to reach me. Okay. I mean, he's right by the door, isn't he? I don't know if I even want to carry this guy. I think I need to make a distraction over here. Okay, found a guard. What are you up to? You're going over there. And I'm pretty sure there's no one else in this room. So I could stand here and peek. No, I'm pretty sure there are 2 people, but one of them just left. So I'm gonna just peek and make sure I see what's going on in this room next turn. I'm gonna not KO you. You just carry on your way, sir. We can finally make progress out of these starting rooms. Okay, so you come through here and go look at that. Got it. Okay, firewalls did go up. Alright, maybe it isn't just reacting to me breaking firewalls. Maybe it's actually just like every 2 turns and that happened to coincide. Tony's gonna make a run for it, though. I don't think anyone could see me from here. Oh my god, there are safes in this game? This is the only thing that's back here, one safe? There could be a door, so I will check. There is a door, okay. So you're going there again. And you're going back out there. Where can I hide that would be safe? Here, maybe, would be pretty good? Can't go here, because you would spot me. I have enough moves to get here, but no further. I'm really hoping I find a shop so I can, like, sell my charge pack. Alright. I could gain power, but... Oh, really? Oh, so you get 2 power and a hash key? And what are these hacking things? If you had hacking, so they're rewarding you for hacking, that's nice. What? Okay, first of all, it's overlapping with my view of my items, so this will help. Acquire is spelled wrong. Skill enhancement. Each level of hacking skill above 2 reduces console reboot time. And lifts program locks caused by fiend subroutine. So there must be an AI thing that can lock some of your programs. This is a different AI access that also acquires hash keys. And does something different. Why are they both called AI access and not something different? I don't know. Wait, aren't these the same? Ah, this permanently shuts down the console. I see. And it gives you more hash keys. Got it. Well, I'm not smart enough to do any of those things, so I'll just take the power, thank you. And the hash key, I think? Yes, tell me what this does. Buckler. Cooldown 1 turn. That explains why it's going every other turn, almost. Incognita action delay. I see. So I could spend a hash key on this to increase its cooldown. And so I guess it's just like randomly adding firewalls to stuff. And spending a bunch of power on it, and eventually it'll run out. Okay, fine. Sure. You may as well ambush, I guess. And let's drop this briefly so that if I want to, I can sprint next turn. I'm gonna leave the sound bug here for sure then, because... Yeah, no, that's why it had 2 firewalls. Nothing ever has 2 firewalls on Mission 1. That should have been a surprise to me. Well, no. When we got to level 2, it increased firewalls. But we just got to level 2 and it has 3. So it had 2 firewalls when I first found it, and that should have tipped me off that something weird was going on. Alright, fair enough. Okay, I think we're set here. This guy's about to wake up, which is going to cost us some alarm. Oh well. What was that rebooting?
Absolutely nothing going on.
Alright, he's headed to an exit, which I guess means here? I'm gonna have Tony sprint again. I don't think there's any guards up here. Peek? A shop. Okay. I was sort of hoping it would be over here. I could gain some power and some hash keys. The power is kind of useless. I don't know, it would let me get into top gear a little sooner maybe, but I can't spend all this power when I start with Parasite. Okay, so upgrading hacking to interact with this thing is like a useful thing to do. Oh, I wanted to check. Can you still do this? You can. Okay, so captured consoles can still be interacted with for these purposes. That's very useful to know. Okay, so I could gain 4 power. I mean, I guess. If my argument is that I don't need power, then I don't need to save it either. And I do want the hash keys, I suppose. This room looks empty, actually. Ah, another safe. Spoke too soon. Banks, I don't think should sprint. I made it possible, but I don't actually want her to do it. We just need to get into this room. And I guess KO this guy. I was sort of hoping there would be a cover. Oh, there is if I went all the way up here. Okay, we're clearly hacking that and that. Even though it means I think we can't get into top gear yet. No, it's greater than 14, so we could. I mean, I think we may as well. Like, I don't want Banks to move any further forward because there could be a camera here, and that would be awkward for me, I think. I don't know, but I also really don't want to KO this guy. Especially since you might hear it if you got here first. I think you wouldn't because it's only range 2. This is like 2 and a bit. So, like, I could just walk here and say, you know what? If there's a camera in this corner and it spots me, then I can adjust and go KO this guy after he's alerted about me. I think it's fine. No camera, great. And so now, that means on a later turn, I can just steal from him without him noticing. And also, we're not ready to go into top gear yet, because we want to spend more power. Obviously, there's no magnetic reinforcements. Okay, just checking. Level 1 would be a bit early for that. Okay, so that's 4 of the 5 safes that should be on the level. Where do I want to hide? Here or here are basically my options. I think they're functionally the same, except that to go from here to here takes more moves than here to here. So I'll stand here. Okay, another camera. It's not on yet. When do they turn on the cameras? Oh, you know what? I bet it said guard patrols will increase. It didn't say change, and I just read it assuming it meant change. Okay. Anyway, more guards coming, I guess. And I have a hash key, right? So I can slow this down, which I guess is fine. There's nothing else for me to do with hash keys. Huh. I thought it would increase the cooldown. It says cooldown 1 turn. What it actually does is, like, if it delays it by a single turn once. Either using up its cooldown now, or increasing its cooldown if it's still on cooldown, I guess. Whatever. Either way, it slows that down, which might help me. And I don't have any other use for the hash key. Whoa! I thought you were only on a 2-turn patrol and would go out there. Okay, this is good to know. And a guard has just approached this door. Well, I can't sprint to distract this guy, so the question of whether I want to is sort of immaterial. But you're going out here, right? I guess I might as well observe you, because I want to end my turn here. Yeah. Well, you know what? I could have peeked while I was up there. That would have been a good idea. I could sprint, but I don't want to get this guy's attention, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I have attacked, you're right. No ambushes for me. So we know this is going off next turn, right? That's how this works. It'll target something. And it still has... how much power? How can I tell? 7. This also tells me. Okay. So we still haven't gotten this guy's money. We also haven't found the exit, which is a little worrying. Did he just come into this room, or... Yeah, okay. So the sysadmin got out. More firewalls on the shop, so I guess we're stuck in here for a little while. Well, maybe I should have ended here, as it turns out. Yeah. Oh wow, you actually can't get through this way. Alright, I'm gonna drop my charge pack because I think we've found the guards. I haven't like super kept count, but like there have been a lot and there should be a total of 6 by now. Which is a lot for mission 1. Okay. Anyway, I do want Tony to hang out. I mean, do I care if he is about what's at the shop that much? Really? Right? Like, I feel like I don't care. Because I just want to spend my money on, like, hacking, or speed and maybe hacking upgrades and, like, anarchy for Tony. That's already, like, 1,300, right? Yeah, I don't care what's at this shop. Just, well, yeah, there is this guard here. And he should be headed out, right? In that direction. So we can hang out here if we want. Although, am I even gonna get out any faster if I don't go to the shop? Yeah, because from here to like, yeah. He's gonna be in the way. I could knock him out to stop him slowing my escape, but there's also this guy. Let's just hit up the shop. Maybe there'll be something really exciting. I think we're ready for Top Gear now, right? Sure. Just make sure that's the gear it left me in. Top, yes. I mean, the good news is that the exit is near where Banks is, because she's... Well, I guess they're both equally slow. She's encumbered, but he's just slow. Okay, the exit is over here. Okay, a ping pistol, I used this many times in the last mission, or the last run-through, and it, like, never did anything. Or, like, it didn't reliably do something, and I could not understand how it worked. So I'm not gonna do that. Pheromone filter, nah. What about these weirdo stims? Combat stim adds action attacks. That could be fun for Tony, but I think this is fine. We'll just get actual upgrades, thanks. And the new guard went that way, so we don't have to worry about that. You're standing here, and you are coming back into here, so I'll wait there. I guess maybe we should have taken Banks' turn first. Are we sprinting? I think so. Okay, camera. And exit. Alright, so that's fine. Now we know where the exit is. Banks can finish exploring and find the last single safe, I believe? What's the next level? More cameras, guard vision will be improved. Wild, okay. Do we need to sprint? I think no, because the guard's gonna end his turn, like, right here or something? So I'll just carry all my stuff. Let's just grab that. And how's the AI doing? You still have some power, that's fine. Put it all on this sound bug if you would be so kind. Okay, don't forget there's also this guy we want to steal from. You hit the last safe, which must be in there somewhere. I did consider that possibility, and I wasn't sure if I would want it or not. Oh right, you go out here and then come back in. That's a little annoying. Because there's now nowhere good for me to hide? understand your behavior. I'm just gonna knock you out. Like, I got your heart monitor, right? Obviously, I don't want to hide here because he would see me on his way in. Do I want to distract him to come up here? I think probably not, right? Because there's no good place for me to hide, and also it doesn't seem to clearly make it easier for me to maneuver, so, like, there's downside and there's no upside, is my opinion. Okay, he is... Oh, new guard just came in. He must have come from pretty far away. Okay. Now, can I sprint in here? I think there was a guard here, and I don't know where he went to. So I think I'm not gonna do that. I'll just hang out and cover in case they're coming back. I really wish I could get to that last guard. I might not be able to. Where does this guy end his moves? Isn't it right where that other guard is standing right now? Like right here? Because, well, okay, we know he ends his other move here, right? So doesn't he go 1, 2... I don't know. Where the heck? He's up here somewhere. I'm contemplating, like, wouldn't it be interesting to end in ambush here? Because I think I would be protected by a turning blinds. No, I wouldn't. Yeah, I think I have to play cautiously here. There's no real rush for banks, exactly. We can find out where this guy's headed as well. There. Okay. Ah, I can leave the charge pack here. It's on the way out, and then she can stop being encumbered. I probably should have done that up there, where it would be safer, but I think here's fine. Alright, having a full speed banks back will be nice.
Must be imagining things.
Oh, I should have peeked. Whoops. But it doesn't matter, because I'm moving to at least here anyway. Although, like, what if I stole from this guy this turn instead? I don't know where he is. Okay, he's over there. So he'll be here next turn. And you're gonna go there. So that means this would be a safe place to hide if I wanted to devote my next round to stealing from you. Which I think is a fair objective to have. Okay, sure. This is still fine. Or, no, it's not. Because this is in cover from you, and this is in cover from you, but no place is in cover from both of you except here, which is where I could ambush you if I wanted. I mean, the Paralyzer's back up. There's not much exploring left to do. I don't know, let's do Tony's turn first. Like, is there really no guard in this area? His weapon is on cooldown, so maybe even opening this door is too aggressive? I think I'll just peek. Oh, you know what I should do? Okay, no one's coming in. I was thinking I'll do this, and then if anyone really looks like they might come in, I can always trap the door. But that doesn't seem to be happening. So what the heck do you do with banks? I think you try to get over here, right? Like, this guy is gonna go over there, so Maybe we just hang out here. And I guess I could take another hash key if you're gonna twist my arm, but it doesn't seem necessary. So I'll save this in case I, for some reason, want power later. I don't know. Door is closed. Yeah. Okay. Good. I guess we're done. Okay. There's a guard down there, but we don't care about him. Ooh, interesting. Okay. A new demon as well. Oh, right. That's the new vision. Range. Okay. I see. So they see further and also wider. Excuse me? Your own peripheral vision is here? That's pretty cool. I don't know which, like, I think this is a new guy, right? So he doesn't need to be stolen from, but you do. And I'm thinking what might be cool is just lure you up into this room. 1, 2, 3, yeah, you would hear this, right? 3 by 2?
I heard something.
Check for cameras. Check again for cameras. Would you hear this? 1, 2 by 1, 2, 3, 4. You would. How many moves do I have left? After all that peeking, I think I actually can't unsprint. It's a little dangerous. Ooh, okay, that's exciting. Yeah, a lot of firewalls in there. But I think we're fine. I'll just have Banks hang out here and KO this guy. Hello, you ski extremely far? I don't consider this fair. I think I'll just let you live your life, though? Oh, really? You're coming here anyway? What? Oh, I see. You're the new guy who went up there, so your patrol reaches to here and then a bit further. And also, I learned, this version of the security guard has 9 AP, not 8. He's the one who caught me out in a mission that actually was published today, that I played many moons ago in the last run-through. He surprised me by moving impossibly far, and I asked about it in the Discord, and they said, oh, he just gets to move further, and it doesn't tell you. Great, thanks. I really appreciate that. This guy's awake now? I'm not happy about Tony's position. Please do not bother me. Alright, and we're just gonna parasite stuff. These cameras I actually don't give a shit about, because... well, actually, this one could be a problem. I was thinking because they're on the way out, but this one I think might actually see me like going in here, right? How it sees, I think, an arc of 7, right? I mean, also. So yeah, she can see it from where she is, so if it were close enough, it could see her. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 1, 2. So I don't think it can see either of these two tiles, actually. I don't care about this camera. I don't need anything in this room. This camera and, like, okay. These are, like, my top priorities. And how is this working? I need to have at least 15 to gain power. So I can afford to spend 4, which means I can hack one more thing. I think it's going to be a while before Tony gets in. Let's grab this, and I don't really care about that camera. Yeah, Banks is just gonna be chilling in here for a while, it seems. Could you... what is he doing? Okay. Oh, he's that guy.
Looking around.
So you should be going back that way now, right? All the way to up here in 2 moves? Yes, so I will just wait for you to go. I don't know what this guy's gonna do. Hopefully go up into this room before he comes down here, but maybe not. Alright, we're loaded on power again, so give me the last 2 cameras. Okay, one of the last 2 cameras. Should have been this one, because I don't care about that one. Well, it might actually be easier to cut through here than to go around this way, now that I look at it. Hello, nice to see you. Please go away. So this guy's gonna keep moving. I could sprint, but I don't want his attention, so I won't. And this guy seems to have gone up here, so we don't have to worry about him. Now you... well, Banks will tell me what you're doing. Let's see if I can remember who this guy is. No fucking idea. Oh, let's grab this guy's money. Who are you? You're facing... you came from here, so you must be the guy who goes back there. Which I think means you're the guy who ends his turn here? That's fine. Let's see if I'm right. Ah, you are the guy who goes back here, but you're on the other half of your cycle? No, I don't understand. Alright, anyway, we don't really want to do anything besides grab this last camera. And I guess we could take this power supply as well, if we wanted. Like, we're flush with power. Sure. This guy's coming up to here. Banks might have a tough time getting out of that position now that I look at it. No, she's fine. Did I forget to paralyze this guy? No, I remembered. Although I still don't understand why he's down for only 3 turns. It says 2 extra, and we KO for 2. Like, what the hell? Also, like, do they detect me at level 5 still, or has that changed? I don't know. Alright, Banks. I think I want Banks to tell me what these guards are up to. Because she still can't really go anywhere very useful right now. She could come up here, I guess. I'm not sure that's better than where she is now. Yeah, and the guard would see her. Well, there would be a blind spot. But she can just go this way next turn. Okay, great. So there is a lovely safe spot for Tony right here. And we'll finally have all the devices, and we can go grab that last safe. And I think we searched for everyone who matters. This guy, I believe, is like a guard who was added later. So he shouldn't have more than 1 credit. Just 1 to let me remember that I stole from him. Yeah. I could have Tony knock him out and check, but I don't really want... Well, do I? It might actually be useful to knock him out. We'll see. We can do that next turn. Oh yeah, I was... It's their extra peripheral vision. Yeah, so, I mean... Oh, yeah, and he turned... He actually... I knew he would be alerted, I didn't know he would turn. Okay. So, that's fair. I was used to thinking this is safe, and then when this guy walked through... I was like, yeah, that seemed... I was convinced that that's actually safe. But... I think there's a difference between these two guards. This guy has increased peripheral vision naturally, and then also has this, whereas this guy only got it, I think, from the demon. Anyway, we can't rescue Tony here, so it seems like a pretty safe decision to rewind. It's... I don't know how I feel about this increased vision thing. I get that it makes the game harder, and that's cool. I just, like... It's really easy to measure a 45-degree angle and to remember what a 45-degree angle is. These, like, dynamic increases makes it really hard to predict, like... stuff that in principle you could know, right? That's, I've talked before about how, like, being kind of a hobbyist game developer for Dungeon Crawl has influenced my game design philosophy, and, like, one of the things that is important in Dungeon Crawl design is that, in principle, there's lots of stuff that's random. It's a roguelike, right? There's stuff you could not possibly look up on a wiki. Like, where is the objective on this level that just generated randomly? You can't look that up. And there's stuff that you could look up on a wiki if someone had written it down. And Dungeon Crawl's principle is like, anything you can look up in a wiki, the game should tell you. You shouldn't have to look up a wiki to play the game. You should be able to play the game by playing the game. And any important information that you could know, it should tell you. And stuff you can't know, you don't get to know it. And so, like, knowing what the hell this guy's peripheral vision is, how it behaves in all situations, would be useful. And I can study him, in fact, and notice that if I had stood here, that would have been safe. But, like, what if he were facing in a different direction? I couldn't tell that quite so easily, right? Anyway, so let's... We could also just, like, KO both of these guys, I think, if we, like, sprinted. Banks could get one, Tony could get the other. That would increase the alarm level, so I'm a little reluctant to do that. Because it would mean a new guard comes in this level who might come in from here. So, instead, I would prefer... to just, like, do the same thing, but safe. Oh, that's interesting. It changed their arrow colors when I rewound. They used to be blue and white. Now they're yellow and green. Interesting. There's my tactical view. I don't know, I kind of like this view at the moment. So, the point is, right now, this guy is facing, like, along a cardinal direction, which in this game is northwest, not north. And he sees next to him... like, perpendicular to the way he's facing, but only for one tile. And this guy doesn't see next to him at all. So this space here is safe, but that one wasn't. That was my mistake. So I'll just adjust that and leave everything else the same. And grab a sound bug. Right? Yeah. And I will not... Oh, maybe they weren't white. Maybe I was just confused because their lines overlapped and he became white for a minute. Whatever. Anyway. We're safe here now. And I think we don't need to steal from either of them, and I'm not going to tempt fate by trying. Okay, they brought in the Enforcer, and he did come from here. And they found Tony. That's much better than them finding Banks. Okay, and they've all become alert now as well, right? Good. Well, not good, but at least I understand what's happening. So, Tony, could you just, like, sprint real quick? Thank you. Good work. And we're gonna have Banks go grab the loot. Oh man, we still don't have that camera, huh? Good thing I was in cover accidentally. That would have been embarrassing. No one should be entering this room at all. But there's some chance that a guard might investigate here and open the door. I don't think that actually happens, but just in case, I'll stay here instead of here. It should be fine. I maybe should have had Tony stay here and just shock trap the door. That would excite them, wouldn't it? I don't know, we'll see. I can always do that next turn.
Looking around. Investigating area.
Yeah, see, this guy investigated here, but since he wasn't looking in the direction of the door, he didn't open it. Why are you investigating here again? A little weird, don't you think? Yeah, let's just trap the door. Make sure we stay in cover in case they do come through. And I think we're pretty much set. That guy still hasn't found the shock trap. What? The new guard who came in was the guy who, when you KO him, agents nearby also get KO'd. Or wait, does Tony's new shock trap do something different? Okay, I didn't read that. Oh man. Okay, well, we'll be up again in a minute. Sure. Oh boy. Alright, so that shock trap was maybe not my best play. Oh man.
Guard down.
Okay, alarm level 6, sure. Why not? You've located agents. Do they locate downed agents? I think they might not. They don't. Got them! We were in stealth mode, buddy. Ooh, oh boy. Okay, let's attract their attention to, like, here. So they don't go looking around up there. Actually, I don't know if I want to do that. Oh man, this guy's awake too. I feel really bad now about Tony having become encumbered because he can't get out now. I mean, if I attract their attention to, like, here, right? That would mean 3 guards coming in to the room. But they would all be looking down, right? Like, I don't think they could possibly find me up here. One of them would be here and look around. One of them would get to here and look around. The other would, like, I guess get here and look around? Or maybe one of these spaces? But at any rate, he would look in the downward direction while investigating, so he wouldn't end his turn facing up. So I think it should be fine. This guy's going to investigate his own position, which means he'll scan this area, but we'll be in cover. I think this is fine.
What was that?
Investigating.
And now we know what those guys are up to, and they're not going to be a problem. Man, when I got knocked out, my heart stopped. I was like, oh, I guess we're just going to lose this mission. That seems fair. But it was only for 2 turns, not indefinitely, like when a guard shoots you. Oh, they brought a hacker in too, huh?
Investigating area.
I didn't really look at who the guard that came in at level 6 was. Excuse me? Oh, okay, but you're facing the wall. Why didn't you look here? I'm confused, but it doesn't matter. We out. Oh my god, I still didn't let Tony get unencumbered. I really shouldn't have sprinted, by the way. I was like, oh, we'll just... I don't know, I guess I could. Yeah, they still won't notice us. We'll be through this room, and it's fine. Okay. Well, that was, I think, a fairly gentle introduction to Programs Extended. The hostile AI wasn't a huge problem. The new alarm levels were interesting.
What was that? Investigating.
And I learned how gear shift works. It seems like I'm going to get a lot of power from it because I won't be able to spend much in the early game with Parasite, but eventually, of course, it'll probably start becoming an issue. I don't know. Anyway, let's get out of here. How did we do on money, anyway? Pretty sad level 1. Yeah, we got all the safes, I remember. And we got this, which is nice. I don't know if I really want to carry it, though. Like, I don't need power, and I do need credits, so I'll probably just sell that. Likewise, the charge pack. Okay, well, we have $1,600 bucks. That's quite good for a first mission, I think. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.